Hello, everyone. I want to start today by asking you a question that I know many of us can relate to. Have you ever stood at the bottom of a flight of stairs in your own home and felt a sense of dread, wondering if your knees would allow you to go up today? Perhaps you know that feeling all too well. The pain in the joints, of course, but also the feeling of being out of breath halfway up, or the sense that your legs feel heavy like they're made of lead. Maybe it's the fear of losing your balance causing you to grip the handrail with all your might. This challenge is about so much more than just getting from one floor to another. Avoiding the stairs can start to feel like you're losing access to parts of your own home, a loss of freedom that can be incredibly frustrating. This is a real and significant concern, and it's a vital part of the conversation about maintaining our long-term wellness and senior health. Today we are going to talk about a simple, powerful, and proactive solution. This video isn't about running a marathon or doing complicated heavy workouts. It's about reclaiming an essential life skill. We will focus on just 3 simple, safe, and incredibly effective exercises you can do in the comfort of your own home to rebuild the specific strength you need to climb stairs with more confidence and less pain. Our goal is to make daily movement easier and to empower you to navigate your world with strength. So please stay with me until the very end to learn all 3 of these golden exercises. If you know someone who could benefit from this information, please consider sharing this video with them. And of course, please take a moment to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our tips for a healthier, more active life. Why does climbing stairs become so difficult? For these exercises to be truly effective, we first need to become detectives of our own bodies. Let's take a moment to understand the 2 main challenges our legs are facing that make a simple flight of stairs feel like climbing a mountain. 1. The weakening engine. The first major challenge is a simple loss of horsepower. To understand this, I want you to think of the big muscles in your legs, your thigh muscles known as the quadriceps, and your glute muscles in your backside as the powerful engine of a car. When you want to go up a hill, it's the engine that provides the thrust to push the car forward and upward. Climbing stairs is exactly the same. It's your quads and your glutes that are designed to do the heavy lifting, providing the powerful push needed to lift your entire body weight up onto the next step. As we get older, a natural process called sarcopenia, which is just a fancy word for age-related muscle loss, begins to set in, especially if we become less active. Our engine can lose some of its size and power. This is why many of us start to notice a significant change in how we climb stairs. Instead of feeling a strong push from our legs, we start to rely more on pulling our bodies up with the handrail. We use our arms to compensate for the work our legs used to do easily. This is a classic sign that the main climbing muscles have weakened. An essential part of improving senior health is recognizing this and taking steps to gently and safely rebuild that strength. Let me tell you about a gentleman I know named Robert. Robert is 78, and in his younger days he was an avid hiker. He loved being outdoors. He told me that recently he felt like his legs were always out of gas. The moment that really hit him was when he was carrying a single bag of groceries up the 3 steps to his front door. He found himself pausing out of breath, needing to use the railing to pull himself up that final step. He said, It was like my legs just didn't have any power left in them. It wasn't that his joints were necessarily painful at that moment. It was a pure lack of strength. His engine had become less powerful, and he was feeling the effects in the most basic daily activities. This decline in muscle strength is half the story. The other half, which is just as important, lies in the flexibility of our joints and our sense of stability, which we'll explore next. Do you feel like your engine needs a tune-up? If so, let us know in the comments by writing "Power Up." 2. Rusty hinges, joint stiffness, and loss of balance. The second major challenge that makes stair climbing so difficult isn't about a lack of engine power, but about the mechanics of the machine itself. For this, I want you to think of your knee and ankle joints as the hinges on a well-used door. When those hinges are new and regularly oiled, the door swings open and closed smoothly, silently, and without any effort. Our joints are much the same. They are lubricated by a natural substance called synovial fluid, and regular movement helps to keep them mobile and flexible. However, as we age, especially if we become more sedentary, two things can happen. First, the production of that lubricating fluid can decrease. Second, conditions like arthritis can cause inflammation and changes to the joint surfaces. The result, our hinges can start to get rusty and stiff. They don't move as freely as they once did. This is what causes that feeling of stiffness, especially in the morning or after sitting for a long time. It can make the simple act of bending your knee to place your foot on the next step feel difficult and even painful. This stiffness also has a huge impact on our sense of balance. When you can't move a joint through its full range of motion confidently, your brain receives signals of instability. This creates a fear of falling, which causes you to move even more hesitantly, making the problem worse. This fear is a very real and significant barrier to maintaining an active lifestyle, and is a key concern for overall senior health. I have a friend named Susan who is 75. Susan is a strong woman, but she developed a deep fear of the stairs in her 2-story home. It wasn't that she couldn't physically lift her leg. It was that her knees felt so incredibly stiff and unreliable. She said, "Every morning it's like I have to test the hinge to see if it's going to work today." She would grip the handrail tightly, her body tense, taking each step with extreme caution. The fear of one of those rusty hinges giving way was so great that she eventually started spending most of her day downstairs, effectively cutting her own home in half. For Susan, the problem wasn't just physical. It was deeply emotional, shrinking her world and her sense of safety. Now that we understand these two distinct challenges, the weakening engine and the rusty hinges, we can explore the 3 simple but highly effective exercises that are specifically designed to restart that engine and re-lubricate those hinges. If this sounds like your situation, please comment "Ready to train," and be sure to subscribe to the channel to start your journey back to flexibility. And I'd like to make a special request. If you happen to be watching this on your television, I know it can be a little tricky to comment or hit the like button. If you're able to, would you please take just 1 minute to open the YouTube app on your phone? Search for this video's title and give it a like. Every single like from all of you, no matter how small it seems, is a huge source of motivation for me to keep creating high-quality, helpful videos just like this one. 3 golden exercises for sturdy legs And now for the most important part of our video. I'm going to guide you through 3 safe at-home exercises specifically chosen to build the strength and stability you need for climbing stairs. Please remember, safety is always our #1 priority. Before you begin, make sure you have a sturdy chair, a countertop, or a wall nearby that you can hold onto for balance. Let's start with our countdown at number 3. Exercise 3. Calf raises. The first exercise in our trio targets the foundation of your movement, your calf muscles and ankles. Every time you take a step up, it's the final push-off from your calf muscle that propels you forward and upward. Strong calves also lead to stable ankles, which is absolutely critical for preventing falls. This exercise is simple, but incredibly effective. Here's how you do it. Stand up straight with your feet about hip-width apart. Place your hands lightly on the back of a sturdy chair or against a wall for balance. Look straight ahead, keeping your back nice and straight. Now, exhale slowly as you press down through the balls of your feet and rise up onto your tiptoes, lifting your heels as high as you comfortably can. Imagine a string is pulling the top of your head up towards the ceiling. Hold this top position for 1 or 2 seconds, really feeling the engagement in your calf muscles. Then inhale as you slowly and with full control lower your heels back down to the floor. The slowly lowering part is just as important as the lifting. That's 1 repetition. Aim to complete a set of 10 to 15 repetitions. I spoke with a gentleman who always felt very unsteady on his feet. After practicing calf raises for a few weeks, he told me the biggest difference he felt was that his feet felt more grounded and connected to the floor. He had more confidence in his footing, which made every step, including those on the stairs, feel safer. This is a perfect first step to better senior health. This exercise is fantastic for the lower part of the leg. Our next exercise will move up the chain to target the main engine in your body, helping to create that powerful lift you need for each step. Exercise 2. Glute Bridges. Our second exercise is one of my absolute favorites because it is both incredibly effective and incredibly safe. We are going to target the gluteus maximus, or your glutes, the large muscles in your backside. These are the most powerful muscles in your body, and they are the primary engine for pushing your body upward when you climb. Because this exercise is done lying on your back, there is almost no risk of falling and no stress on your knees, making it perfect for nearly everyone. Here's how to perform a glute bridge. Find a comfortable spot on the floor, perhaps on a carpet or a yoga mat. Lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor about hip-width apart. You should be able to comfortably touch your heels with your fingertips. Place your arms straight along your sides with your palms facing down. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, gently press through your heels and squeeze your glute muscles to lift your hips up off the floor. Lift until your body forms a straight line from your shoulders, through your hips to your knees. Be careful not to arch your back too much. At the top, give your glutes an extra squeeze and hold for 2 or 3 seconds. Then inhale as you slowly, 1 vertebra at a time, lower your hips back down to the starting position. That's 1 repetition. Aim for a set of 10 to 12 repetitions. This is a foundational exercise for building raw power for better senior health. Excellent. We now have power from the calves and from the glutes. Our final and most important exercise will bring all of these muscle groups together in the most practical functional movement we do every single day. Exercise 1, sit to stands. We have arrived at our number 1, the golden exercise for building the real-world strength needed for stairs, the simple sit to stand. This exercise is so powerful because it perfectly mimics one of the most fundamental movements in our lives, getting up from a chair. It trains your brain and your muscles to work together, strengthening your quads, glutes, and even your core all at the same time. Mastering this movement translates directly to easier stair climbing, as well as making it easier to get out of a car, off the sofa, and up from the dinner table. Here's how to do it safely and effectively. Find a sturdy, stable chair that won't slide. A dining room chair is often perfect. Stand in front of the chair with your feet about shoulder-width apart. To make the exercise focused on your legs, cross your arms over your chest. Now, engage your core muscles. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, begin to slowly lower yourself down as if you are about to sit. Keep your back straight and your chest up. Lower yourself with full control until you lightly touch the seat of the chair. The moment you touch it, don't rest. Immediately press through your heels and use your leg power to push yourself straight back up to a full standing position. Squeeze your glutes at the top. That is 1 repetition. Aim for 10 to 12 repetitions. A very important note, if this is too challenging at first, that's perfectly okay. You can make it easier by starting with a higher chair or by placing 1 or 2 firm cushions on the chair seat. As you get stronger, you can gradually lower the height. Let's revisit Robert's story. After just 1 month of consistently practicing sit to stands, he told me that not only was carrying that bag of groceries up the steps easier, but getting out of his favorite armchair was no longer a struggle. He was rebuilding his functional strength, which is the ultimate goal for your senior health. So now we have our 3 core exercises. Let's wrap things up and talk about how to make them a successful and consistent part of your daily habit. If you find these exercises helpful and practical for your senior health, please comment, "I will try," and share this video with your loved ones. And once again, if you're watching on your TV, a quick like from your phone would be a wonderful gift of support for this channel. Thank you so much. We have learned so much together today. We identified the 2 main reasons why stairs can become such a challenge: the weakening of our leg muscles and the stiffness in our joints. But we didn't stop there. We armed ourselves with a simple, powerful plan, 3 golden exercises to fight back. We have the calf raise to improve our push and stability, the glute bridge to build our core engine power, and the sit to stand to bring it all together for real-world functional strength. Please remember, strength doesn't reappear overnight. It is built slowly with the quiet power of consistency by showing up for yourself with these small, simple actions day after day. I want to leave you with this final thought. Climbing a flight of stairs is more than just a physical act. It is a beautiful symbol of freedom, independence, and the ability to fully navigate your life in your own home, on your own terms. It represents strength and capability. And it is a skill that you absolutely can improve and reclaim. Please start slowly, listen to your body, and be proud of yourself for taking this wonderful step toward a stronger, more confident you. You have the tools. The journey starts today. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you found this video valuable and empowering, please give it a thumbs up. It truly helps our channel reach and help more people. Please share it with your friends and family. And most importantly, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to join our community of healthy, active seniors. We'll see you in the next video. Take wonderful care.